Welcome back to another episode of Who's On First. I'm your host, Dwayne.
And I'm Jason.
And before we start, please like, comment, subscribe to the YouTube channel to help us out a bunch. But we are finally here. Opening day is about what,
2 days away. Two
Oh,
days away
3 days for me.
for two
Because,
days. 2 days for the Angels.
well, who cares about them right now?
well, let's see. They have the best record for spring training.
Spring training. But opening week is obviously this week, but opening
Yep.
day is a couple days away, and we are super excited. We're finally got to this point. Spring training is about to end. We're minutes away from the last game between the Dodgers and the Angels, but let's go through a couple of things. Give me your season prediction for the Angels. What do you think the Angels will be at the end of 162?
All right. So with their play during this spring training and a lot of the roster moves they've had over the winter and after we came out of the lockout and call ups and send downs and getting rid of people. I believe the Angels are going to make the playoffs. I don't want to sit there and say, oh, they're going to win the division because they are looking good. They are
Right.
looking good. However, they always look good and then they start falling apart. They either have a very slow start in April and then they're playing catch up in May and June they start hiccuping again and back and forth and all that. Um, if they start off how they're playing now and they start off strong and the team dynamic is awesome right now, and I feel like if they continue playing this, that they'll definitely make the playoffs, if not win the division. However, like I said, I don't want to jinx it or anything else, but I do feel like they will make the playoffs.
Okay. From what I've seen for them these last at least two games against the Dodgers, yeah, you guys can hit. That's your guys' strength for that team at the moment. And Marsh looks good. Adele looks good. Like
That looks really good.
the whole team is firing on all cylinders. So I do expect them to make a good run out the wild card. I don't know if they're going to win the division like you said, but I definitely expect them to
Yeah.
make a run out the wild card. As for the number one ranked team in baseball, the number one ranked team on MLB The Show, wherever you want to put it. As for the Dodgers, I'll tell you now, I'm a little worried, not because of spring training, just because we always start off slow. Every year we start off slow in April, and it just seems like right now we're getting into that same mode again. Spring training has been a struggle. I'm not going to overact like a lot of fans already are, because if you've been watching the games, there's been a lot of situations where obviously these aren't always all the regulars. At a certain point, they get taken out, and prospects and non-roster invitees get to play and everything like that. But the Dodgers have four ties, four wins, nine losses. Some of those losses, a lot of those losses, were by pitchers who probably aren't going to see any playing time, or Andrew Heaney, which hey,
You're
we can
welcome.
we
You're
can hope
welcome.
we can hope he can turn it around. But honestly, I see us winning the division easily. It came out yesterday that I believe Fernando Tatis is going to miss at least 2 months
Yeah.
of the season. So to me, the only team that can stop the Dodgers in the NL West is the Giants, and they're not as good as they were last year. I feel like the Dodgers are going to run through this division. Are they going to win 106 games like they did last year? I don't know. But I definitely say that they are easily a 100 win team. Give me either your MVP for the Angels or a player to watch this season.
All right. So a player to watch and MVP of the for the Angels and probably the Major League will be the number one rated, yes, number one rated in MLB, Shohei Ohtani.
Okay.
Not bad. Not fault. He could be followed by the number two rated person in MLB, Mike Trout. Just wanted. I know you threw in the number one, so I just had to show the two best players.
It's
So
accurate. It's accurate.
so I right now we haven't really seen Mike Trout. He's played 8 games. He's battling a stomach bug right now. This is what the first glimpse of what we're seeing since he was out all last season or the rest of the end of the season with the leg injury. Um, I'm not worried because Mike Trout's always, I feel like, very either he's really hot in spring or he's really cold.
Right.
And when regular season starts, it's just regular season starts. So I'm not too worried. Otani's tearing it up right now. I feel like the biggest MVP for the Angels this season has to go to the GM Perry Maniason. He's put together a great bullpen. Uh, a lot of these players are in house, so he really doesn't have anything on that. But picking up Tyler Ward, who
Right.
is just killing it right now, and and even taking like that big move by designating Upton for assignment to get the young guys that time playing as well as uh, even like Rojas, like he's killing it, and so he's just everywhere. So I get why the Angels had to do it, and so I feel like the season's MVP, if Angels do what as expected, and as I expect, 90 plus wins in the playoffs, I would say Perry Minasian would be my MVP.
Okay. All right. I'm going to go with, to me, the obvious choice. A lot of Dodger fans are, they're talking about Cody Bellinger, talking about Freddie Freeman. I'm going to go to the highest paid player.
The vegan, as
Yes,
Syndergaard was
uh,
saying today.
the highest paid position player on the team, Mookie Betts. And I truly believe that this team goes wherever Mookie Betts will take them. And, I think this is really going to be a real telltale season for him because let's face it. I mean, we had 2018, he wins the MVP. 2019, he has some injuries. 2020, he's traded, wins a World Series coming over here. Plays great, but in a small sample size. 2021, injuries again, and then we have this year, right? He's coming off of some injuries. He says he's healthy. He says he feels good. So far, again, spring training numbers don't look too great, but it's spring training. I don't worry about veterans or superstar
Yeah.
players like that. However, I will say that this season will be a telltale to me of how this contract's going to really play out because he's at a point I think in his career where he knows that I think another World Series solidifies him as one of the greatest players of this generation. One, but two, also I think he really does look. He might not say it publicly, but I think he really is going to try to win that second MVP and be the only player to have an AL and NL MVP. I don't know if the only player, but the most recent one that comes to mind because I can't think of it. I don't think anyone has ever done that. But uh, I think that he does think about things like that. I think his respect and love for Kobe Bryant and things like that. I think it's gonna drive him to be the best player that he can be, and when that happens, the Dodgers should be the best team that they can be.
Well, I read a good story about your team this week. Uh, Signing a free agent. Well, he's not a free agent, but a re-sign.
Mhm.
Andrew Tolles.
Right.
That story right there is just shows that even though how bad I hate the Dodgers, that they still have class.
Yeah.
So if you don't know, any of you who are listening don't know, Andrew Tolles last played for the Dodgers in 2018.
Hmm.
Uh, had some mental issues, and was it 2 years ago? Was found like homeless in Florida on the street,
Yeah.
and the Dodgers, I think a few players and a lot of the team reps like personally went and found him and got him back to where he needed to be, and they continue to support him throughout things. So, uh, hats off to the Dodgers on their awesome display of showing what a class organization is.
I think it's dope, especially
Yeah,
because it's not gonna hurt the Dodgers' pocket at all. And at the end of the day, you want the human to be better.
exactly.
Who cares about baseball in a sense, but the human uh, that Andrew Toles is deserves to be the best human he can be. Of course, I just want you guys to know we are all looking forward to the start of the season. This is going to be kind of our new format. We're kind of just going to go week to week, give our recap of the biggest things that are happening for our teams, the Angels and the Dodgers. We'll occasionally hit on things that are
We'll
really
sprinkle in the good stuff.
yeah, that are really important going on with baseball. But as you guys know, this is a Dodger Angel channel. This is a baseball channel, but we focus primarily on the Dodgers and Angels because we are both Dodgers and Angels fans. So please continue to support us, like, comment, subscribe to the channel, and please, we will be doing this all year. So keep up with us, and we will see you when we see you.
Peace.
Peace.